Alright, welcome back to the Game Mavericks playthrough of Sonic 2.
Ooh, another note. I fucking love this song also.
I've never been able to really know. Like, this is probably the most unique track in the game. I really don't know how to describe it.
Chaotic.
Rap.
Yeah, like, I sort of kind of... Like, whenever I hear this, I'm reminded of, like, Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2.
It's like a troll song, almost.
No, at any rate, when we left off, I was kind of sharing my experiences with the, the Sonic series, and, so, like, when I, finally sat down and said, you know what, I am beating these games if it kills me, no matter what, and when I did, like, that was when, like, I really started to understand why people love them so much. When I, when I really started to gain an appreciation for them and kind of see why it is that why so many people, have an attraction for classic Sonic, and then kind of around the same time, I started to realize some of the problems with the early 3D games, the way that those have aged. Like, that was when I realized, you know what, the voice acting in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 really does kind of suck.
Kind of.
Well, kind of is an understatement. I mean, like, for the most part, it's about on par with most of the stuff that was around at its time, like Resident Evil.
It is better than Resident Evil. Anything is better than... Have you listened to Resident Evil? You are almost a Sonic sandwich.
And it's about as bad as, like, Star Fox 64 as well, and everybody, like, can't stop sucking that game's dick. I mean...
Nice crack in the voice there.
And so... And then I also watched, Some Call Me Johnny's review of them, and that was when I kind of realized, yeah, maybe these games really aren't the best in the series after all.
I was wrong.
Yeah, in essence,
what do you think, Alanzro?
I just think that the review was too long, and it really didn't change my view on anything. It's an interesting idea, but
what would be your rebuttal to what he said then? Like, why is it that despite the problems that those games have, and we do plan on LPing those at some point. We don't really have anything set in stone, but
in the unforeseeable future.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's in the unforeseeable future. That means it'll come at some point.
And so, like, Alonzo, like, what is it for you about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 heroes that how is it that, like, you find that some of their problems don't really bug you, like how the games still hold up in your opinion?
Just there to have fun, some games, they do that for me, and others they don't, those games. It's, I guess, a little nostalgia, but also they serve their purpose, they have their fun, they do what they do. It's not game-breaking, glitchy, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like just how, just because there are newer versions that do the job better doesn't mean that it's bad.
Yeah.
I can see that. But when I play stuff now, just because of how I've learned to judge games, and even as I've been doing my review channel and figuring out how to, put my own thoughts into words, just like I've realized that to me, like, what matters is a game on its own objective merits, how well it's accomplishing something.
Surprise, motherfucker! This level is so filled with so many trolls.
And like I could
Surprise,
safely.
Motherfucker.
Surprise,
motherfucker! You should put a couple of those in just in this level, because he's gotten hit by a couple of them.
Yeah, they're really annoying.
And
that was nice.
In terms of what's better on its own objective merits, and even what I consider to be more fun now, I'd say that the classic series are definitely a lot more. The classic series Sonic games are more polished than the early 3D titles.
Does that mean you're a classicist?
No, it means that I agree with them on one particular aspect.
That they're better than any other Sonic game ever.
But
besides the modern ones?
Well, yeah, because not even just in terms of the modern ones, my favorite installments in the series are Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. Sonic Colors being my favorite of those two.
Oh, come on, you had 6 more rings to get.
And
we wouldn't want that right now, because there's the boss right here.
I also had a lot of fun with Sonic Lost World, which is
Tails.
A surprisingly mixed bag for most people. Like, oh yeah. Like, I keep forgetting that Tails is there.
Oh yeah, that thing I can do.
God, that jump.
Boom. Like, for some reason, this boss is really hard in the iOS Android version. Like, I got like 3 game overs on this motherfucker. But that was mostly because, like,
Because you were a dumb little shit.
yeah, like, I went in the special stage, like, right before the boss, like, in that checkpoint, and of course, we can't be bothered to stick rings down there, God forbid. So, without rings, this boss in the Android version is, like, it'll kick your ass. Like, my advice for that, don't go in the special stage. Just come in with rings and that shield, and you'll win. No, at any rate, I hope to get more into why I particularly enjoy Colors and Generations so much at some point, but, you know, in the meanwhile, like, I've gained like an appreciation for the classic series, and, you know,
And you should too.
you know, most people do, like I'm surprised even, like, just how many people in my generation, you know, have grown up with these games. Like, they were lucky enough to be, like, you know, Alanzro and have relatives who had all this old stuff, you know.
Yeah, for me and my family, it was just we just grew up Sonic. And that was a thing, playing Sonic all the time. We were always big Sonic fans.
We were always Sonic fans.
Pretty much. Nintendo and everything came like later, you know, once we got our GameCube and started playing a lot more of those.
The Nintendo Entertainment System.
But, yeah. We were mostly dominated for our childhood the PlayStation, because that's what I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have a bunch of consoles. But,
Alright, Michael.
especially now.
Not to stroke my own dick or anything, but I have known many video game consoles and lots of games for them.
I don't remember how this
Yes.
one works. What's the gimmick for this level? Oh, it's
The gimmick, dodge the bombs and get the ring.
No, usually because the placement of the bombs, there's like a
Oh yeah, there's like a specific
pattern that they like to follow. Like each turn right now is going to be whichever you see it coming. That's where usually where the bombs are going to be at.
And I must say though, Alonzo, you definitely have these special stages down pat.
Dude, I played the shit more out of them.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
in our practice run, we didn't even worry about those.
Well, yeah, because I was blasting. I can't remember where they were, and now I'm taking a little more time to look for them.
yeah. I mean, like, I could never do this good, honestly. And but the fact that you pretty much had to spend your entire childhood memorizing them, you know, like,
I was also
is a
this
testament.
summer.
Most of a summer, like
Yeah.
this summer.
Yeah,
Like 2013?
I had it on like a save state, and I would just try to perfect it.
Yeah,
It
like
was,
that to me is like where I draw the line. If I have to use save states to, you know, get something in the game, that's where I say, fuck that. The game should have been designed better to begin with. But
I should have told you I was gonna do that. So be careful. Once it gives you one option, it's gonna probably switch to the other side. Like right now, it's gonna just switch to that.
no, I'm surprised we've been able to. I'm glad we've been able to get this many. Maybe we'll even be able to show off the good ending.
Oh,
and,
you have 25 rings. Maybe even get Supersonic.
yeah, like
In Wing Fortress Zone. What's it called? Is it Wing
Death Egg
Fort-
Zone.
No,
No, there are no rings in that zone, so there's no way you can.
Don't get hit.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah, spoiler. Well,
Oh, 221. There you go.
oh Lord.
Oh, the
Like, see
last
how-
one is gonna be crazy.
See how specific that was, folks? It's just like we
That's
just
not
had.
too bad actually, but
You're like God at this.
Yeah.
I just realized how much I memorized these levels.
Oh boy. Well, let's see what to talk about next.
So how's your day going? It's pretty cold here.
So like.
Oh
what-
yeah, we can talk about that.
So what about Sonic nowadays, and your guys' experience with that, like because I've played through and beaten every game in the main series.
Ooh, I got a good thing we could talk about. Most memorable Sonic memory that you got.
Huh.
When I was little, I was not able to beat any of the second levels in any of the first 4 Sonic games.
Yeah, that was my problem for the longest time too. Before I sat down that one summer, just like, all right, you know what? I'm beating these fucking games. It was always like I'd get to Hydrocity Zone. It's just like, okay, I can't figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. I can't. And you know, like when
I'm drowning.
the first time I played Sonic 1, like literally what happened was because I didn't know how to get continues. I got stuck in like Marble Zone and I died in like the first act. Got a game over, and it was just like, I've had enough of this. You know, at the time.
Honestly, yeah. The reason I couldn't get to the third stage is because in the first Sonic game I got bored.
So-
I get bored, so I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, I remember just being a little kid and now it's crazy to see that I can like beat.
Zone next?
What? Metrop? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you're not gonna be able to get 50 rings there.
Spoiler alert, folks.
It's not a spoiler alert at all. Everybody's seen Sonic.
No.
This ain't no Mega Man.
Yeah. What? Dr. Wily is Mr. X?
Really?
Yeah, Mega Man 6. Everybody hates Mega Man 6. And I know this is a Sonic playthrough.
I don't hate Mega Man 6.
I love Mega Man 6. It's my favorite of the Mega Man games. Nice
Jump!
jump.
That jump, man! I'm telling you, it does that to me sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Man 6 is actually my favorite of all of the original 6 Mega Man games.
I consider it a particularly underrated title in the classic series as well. I mean, like, really its only fault is that it's a 6th game in a particular series. So, of course, by that point it's like, why are they making a 6th game? But when you get past that and just look at it as a title on its own merits, it's a pretty good game.
I certainly love it.
But going back to what you had said earlier about you found Sonic 1 to be just kind of boring, what you guys both, the agreement here seems to be that you guys find Sonic 2 to be a more satisfying game in general. Yeah. And you kind of like go into why you feel that is.
The spin dash.
Is it?
Well, first of all, I think it's just designed much better. I think the graphics are much more polished and look. How would I describe it? The first one, they kind of look a little odd. They look much different than any other game besides Sonic.
Does it look crisper here, would you say, maybe?
Definitely, but it also looks like it has more attitude.
Sonic
looks beautiful.
Sonic.
So better aesthetics. I know you guys both said that you like the music better.
Plus, I think the first one's just pretty repetitive. There are only a few spots in the game where you actually go fast, which is the game's main gimmick, what it's built around. The first game,
what it's built around it being is a platformer.
They're a platformer that goes fast. In the first game, you don't go fast that much. And a lot of it's just jumping around, which, you know, it's fine, but I mean, it's much more satisfying to see the character outrun the screen. Yeah, at times.
God damn
see,
it.
like, that's kind of one of the...
I think the music is much better here, too. And plus, 2 acts per zone and more zones is much better than seeing the same levels with just redesigned in the first game 3 times.
Alright, so, Alanzro, what would you say for you makes Sonic 2 the better game?
It just feels a lot smoother, you know, with Sonic 1 and everything, it's just kind of clunky. It feels a little slower. Here you can have like the option to move a little faster. It just feels like it's overall...
You mean like the speed cap?
I would say that, but it just the feel of it just feels a lot smoother and easier to move, and you know, as a platform also.
So like better physics and overall like level design.
I also love like the introduction of like Tails, you know, having friends play with you or something like that.
Tails is the most ripper on its good time there ever did see.
Oh, God
No, I
damn
mean,
I can't believe any of you are still watching after that, but I digest.
I digest.
You know, I guess
Come on, jump over it.
What are you doing?
He wants to get 50 rings. He has to get 12 more.
No.
Oh!
You know, it's actually...
Come on.
Oh, lordy.
That's just disappointing.
You know, I guess for me, I've always found... We kind of witnessed this earlier in the playthrough when Alanzro hit... Like, we found those multiple instances where it's just like the game designer stuck in a checkpoint for the special stages but didn't bother to put rings after them. And then there's that one part where Alanzro got himself killed on that coconut in, like, Emerald Hill Zone. Like, I feel that there are just too many surprise deaths in Sonic 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like... There was that one part in the test playthrough where Alanzro was in Wing Fortress Zone. It's a part I'm going to point out later. You can be sure of it, but it's just like, unless if you know exactly what you're supposed to do, you're gonna get killed. And in a game where, you know, you have a very finite and limited amount of chances to die before you have to redo the whole entire game, you know, I find that to be like a huge problem. You know, if you're gonna limit my continues, you better be damn sure that every death I experience is legitimate and feels like it's my fault and not, like the game's. And for the most part, Sonic 2 and Sonic 1,
Even Act 1.
Because of the ring system, if you're gonna die, it's I might as well get into this in the next part because we're kind of running late on time. But Alanzo's having trouble with doing something here.
I just want the rings.
Oh, he wants the 3 rings
But
up there.
no,
Join us next time when we continue the Oil Ocean Zone. See you next time.